I hope if you didn't get to see math last week, you were able to watch the videos at least so that you know what we're doing. So today we're going to go ahead and I'll show you where everything is in your Google Classroom. You guys are experts at this now, I know. I've got to open my tabs back up since I had to restart. Yeah, I'm going to let you because I got to get to my math lesson now because everything had to shut down.
Okay, I have two Jensen stuff.
Well, Jensen's been twice. How interesting. All right, you are going to need to see this today, my remote learners, because you will be doing something on your assignment. Not yet, but at the end. All right. So that's funny that I have this as 4.7, and today's 4.8. All right. So today we are going to apply and discuss. Oh, wait, no, you know what? I think I'm on the wrong one. Hold on, everybody. I love when I have to start. Give me just a minute to check this. No, that's right. All right. We're going to apply and discuss multi-digit addition methods that we talked about last week. That's why I was hoping you saw the videos with place value alignment. So I know I use math, a lot of adding in real life for the grocery store, when I'm shopping, my checkbook, and I know you will be doing that too. So this is an important skill. You'll be able to solve multi-digit addition problems and discuss solution methods, discuss the importance of aligning place value columns before adding and extend counting on, and make a 10 subtraction strategy. So before we do that, let's let Gavin in, and then we are going to get our brains warmed up with a 3-act task. Okay, you guys ready? I wish it were February and then this would go perfect. Act 1, in your math spiral, what do you notice? What do you wonder?
They were doing it backwards. What? Candy.
Do it again. I'm going to do it again. Guys, you're just noticing and wondering, right? You don't need to talk. Write it down. What do you notice? What do you wonder?
So you should be writing and you have to notice things and wondering, and I should see it on your.
What do you notice? What do you wonder?
Complete sentences will be preferable.
Yes, think about your cups, capitals, periods.
And this could start out, I wonder, or I notice, capital sentences. Keep writing. If you have one idea, write down another. Have an I notice and an I wonder.
Ben, do you have anything that you noticed that you could share with us?
I noticed that he took all the sweethearts out.
All right, that he took all of the sweethearts out. Thank you for sharing, Ben. Can I hear from Henry? What do you notice?
I wonder how many sweethearts were in the cup.
Oh, I love it. I wonder how many sweethearts were in the cup? How about Katie?
I wonder why she was taking the sweet out of the cup.
I wonder why. Taking the sweethearts out of the cup. Lennox.
I wonder how many are in the box so I can count how many are in the glass cup.
I wonder how many are in the box. So I can figure out how many are in the glass cup. Something different? Does anyone have something different, Ellie?
I noticed that he reversed the video.
Yeah, it's backwards.
How do you know it was a he? But I can tell from the hand.
All right, Serne, pick one.
Why did he reverse the video?
Marin?
I noticed he was pouring more sweethearts in, but that's what's coming out.
Okay, Lila.
I noticed that when the person was supposed to put sweethearts into the cup, it looked like they were draining out of it.
And Abby.
I wonder how many hearts are in all.
All right. And Abby's wondering,
How many hearts are in all?
I wonder how many hearts are in all. All right, you guys want your focus question? And this is good, the hearts for Day Without Hate. There's my connection to the hearts. All right, trying to figure out a way to connect it. All right, so focus question. How many boxes were used? Oh, we've got 3 questions. First, how many boxes were used? Second, how many hearts were in one box, right? Lennox wanted to know that. Were there an equal amount of hearts in one box? So how many boxes were used? I'll write these down and then I'll show it to you. How many boxes were used? How many hearts in one box? And you never know, when you buy boxes like that, do they have the same number? You know, if you bought like 4 boxes, do they all have the same amount or are they different? How many hearts were in one box? Were there an equal amount of hearts in one box? Okay, I'm going to show you the questions a little bigger. So you can answer them in your spiral. Okay, Jensen, how many boxes do you think were used to fill up that glass jar of hearts? Jensen Cook, can you?
Wait, what?
I need to email.
Sorry, what?
How many boxes do you think?
2.
All right, if you agree, give a thumbs up. If you think a bigger number, raise your hand. If you think a lower number, raise your hand. All right, Haley, how many hearts do you think might be in one box?
25.
That's a good guess. Any other ideas? Elena? 15. What do you think, Abby?
I'm thinking probably 30 to 40.
30 to 40. Max Deesberg?
30.
30. All right. Sunny? 15. What, were there an equal amount of hearts in one box? Okay. Let's look at the second act. Here you go. So how many boxes do you think they used? So we have 8 boxes, write this down, and a total of 168 hearts. So if we know 8 boxes and there's 168 total, how many hearts are in one box? Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. This is a draw picture. Think about it. Use what you know. If there's 8 boxes and there's 168 hearts, how many hearts would be in each box? It's possible. You can do it with what I've taught you. Don't give up.
How many are
It's 168 total hearts. There are 8 boxes. This is for 3rd graders. You guys can do it. Draw a picture if you need to. Look at those numbers carefully. Don't make it harder than it is. I'd be here all day if you do draw.
Well, you know, they have certain kind of proof drawings that they've been doing, like 10s.
They do.
Huh. That doesn't take long to draw a 10, right?
You could, yeah.
That's true. That's it. We learned how to do that.
168 hearts, 8 boxes. How many are in each box? You got the right idea.
I like your efforts. I would draw some stuff down so you don't forget what you figured already. Is that done right? I think you've got an idea for sure, Mr. Lynn. There's 8 boxes and 168 pieces. So think about that. I thought they would.
Visually, I thought they would see it.
Right. But I thought, well, maybe.
notice you know what to do, you just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody think they know the answer at home? Haley, what do you think it is?
I think it's 21
Why do you think that?
because 168 divided by 8 equals 21.
8 divided by 8 equals 21? Say that again.
No, 168
How do you know?
divided by 8.
What makes you think that?
Because there's supposed to be
Yeah.
some in each box, so 168 it's split by 8 equals 21. So 168 divided by 8
But how would you know that?
by dividing.
Dividing what? Like, show me how you figured that out.
Well, just putting 168 divided by 8.
Okay, so I haven't taught you how to do that. How did you do that?
By dividing.
Okay, Ben, where did you learn that?
Oh, my mom taught me.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's hear from Sunny. Okay, listen, guys. So Sunny said she did 8 times 9 equals 72. She added 72 plus 72. So here's what she's doing. 8 times 9 is 72. She did it again. Another 8 times 9 would be 72. If you add them together, you get 144. 3 times 8 equals 24. So you have the 9 plus 9 and the 3, right? When you add those together, what do you get? 21. Did anyone else have an explanation of what they got? Haley, what did you get?
After 8 boxes, I did 121 for 100.
So she drew a picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you divided 168 into that. What'd you get for each one? She got 21 in each. Okay, let's see what we get. You guys ready? So this is like what you did, Haley. And draw the boxes. You all knew it was division. That was impressive. I'm so glad she's in fast forward. Speed it up. It'd take a long time, wouldn't it?
I wish you could have just used your pen, Brad. I'm telling you, it's much easier than that.
Which is funny because look what she's, oh, what is she doing? Oh, maybe she's making an array. Yeah. We were the same wavelength. Then. I'm so glad you have that vocabulary, August, that you knew that's an array. So that's a 4 by 5 plus 1 would equal. So if you got 21, can I show you something the way I thought of it? How I thought you guys were going to do it, but you actually didn't. You want to see what I expected? I expected you guys to say, okay, 168 divided by 8. I thought you would look at 16 and say, watch this, Sonny. Well, there's 2 8s in 16. And how many 8s in 8? 21. Right? Did anyone see that? No, I thought you guys would see that immediately. So I just thought I thought you guys worked way harder than I did. But Sonny, that was so impressive. You guys were so impressive. And I just want to remind you, I did see a lot of this. That does not work, right? We're not going to divide the first number needs to be greater than the second number. I can't think of my vocabulary. Got my quotient, my dividend, and my divisor. My dividend needs to be bigger than my divisor. All right, that was a fun one. I hope you guys liked it. I liked seeing your thought process. You guys worked hard. Good job. All right, now we're ready to work and get going with our next activity. Let's get back to it. So, in your math spiral, if you have a dry erase board, you can use that. We are going, even though we're focusing on addition, this was one of our success criteria. What strategies can you use to find the answer to 130 minus 80? Go ahead and write the problem. Solve it in your math spiral. If you're at home and you're using a dry erase board, that's fine. You can hold that up. What strategies can you use to find the answer to 130 minus 80? There's more than one way. We know that just by what we did with that 3-act task, right? That's the wonderful thing about math. There's many different ways to get the same answer. So get the answer and be ready to explain the way that you solved it. 130 minus 80. Go ahead and write it. Solve it. 130 minus 80. Not 30. 130. Write it down. That's exactly it. Okay, I see a lot of, so yours is different. I'm gonna call it for one for sure. All right, so I see some commonalities as I come around on how we're solving this, which is kind of expected because of what we taught you this year. So I'm gonna ask, let's say Josh, how did you do it? Wait, you stacked it? Okay, so he did 130 minus 80. That's one way, and how did you get it? Okay. Okay, that is one way of solving it. Is there another way? Cooper, you did not have that drawn. He had 130 minus 80 equals 50. How did you know? What did you do in your mind to get that? Whoa. Okay, you're gonna have to say it slower. You took 30, so he's trying to make this 100, everybody. So he got rid of that 30 by subtracting it from 80 and got 50. So he could do 100 minus 50. And you got 50. Wow, that's a different strategy. What about you, Finn?
So I did 80 minus 80 equals 40. And then I raised that and then the 30 equals 90 minus 36.
Wow. Okay, so Finn did 130. So he's looking at 130 minus 80, but he took 40 away from this to get 90. Took 40 away from this to get 40, and then he subtracted that and got 50.
Oh, I get it. Just back it
Yeah,
now. Got it.
okay. What'd you do, Lila Mara?
I
None of
know
this
that
got me back.
8 plus 5 equals 13, and 13 is the first two digits.
Okay, so Lila's saying she knows 8 plus 5 equals 13. So, and 13 is the first two digits in 130 when we're subtracting 80. So how did you figure it out?
So then I just added zeros to all of them, and I got 50 plus 80 equals 130.
Did you do 13 minus 8 is 5 because you know 8 plus 5 is 13? And then add the 0? Sure, you could have just looked at the 8, the 13 and the 8. Okay? Did anyone do it differently? Elena?
I subtracted 8 minus 40, and I got 50. Then I moved that, and then I took, and then I moved.
That we already did that one, right? Yeah, that's the first one. Okay, anybody at home do it differently? Haley, is your hand up for that? I can't tell. For a different strategy or no?
No, I did the first strategy, stacking
Okay.
it.
Lennox, did you do something different or one of those? Okay, all right, guys, so you ready to see some new strategies? I'm glad I put this in here because we learned lots of new things. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that are happening.
Lots of number sets going on.
It is exciting. So here's what I want to teach you. Everybody's going to do this with me. It's called counting on by tens to subtract. How many of you, when we subtract, when we do stack it, like in that common way, like say we had 245 minus 37, and you can't do 5 minus 7. How many of you have said 15 minus 7, I'm going to count from 7 to 15? I say it all the time. 7 in your head. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? We get 8. That's called counting on, right? So we count on already. You've been doing that probably since kindergarten. But we're going to count on by tens to subtract. It's because we can use the inverse operation to help us. So when we are subtracting 130 minus 80, we can think, everybody think, 80 plus what, which is kind of what Lila did. She used 8 plus 5 is 13. You say the first number to yourself. Everyone say it with me, 80. Then I want you to count on by tens until you reach 130. Ready? 80, 90, Surname, 100, 110, 120, 130. How many tens is that? You have counted 5 tens or 50. So you know 80 plus 50 equals 130, or equivalently, 130 minus 80 equals 50. Remember we talked about inverse operation in fact families? Do you see that relationship?
Yeah.
We're supposed to use that to help us. Yes? So you can count on by 10 to subtract. I don't know what 130 minus 80 is, but I can sure count on 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130. It's 5 tens. Pretty easy. That's one strategy. Use place value. You can think 8 tens plus how many tens equals 13 tens? Because isn't 130 really 13 tens? So I need whole body listening, Madison. A lot of you aren't looking up here. You're not showing me that you're engaged. Surnay, I'm not sure what's going on. I need your eyes up here. So I want everyone to do this with me. 8 tens plus how many tens equals 13 tens? 5, right? Say the first number to yourself, 8 tens. Now let's count till we get to 13. Ready? 9 tens, 10 tens, 11 tens, 12 tens, 13 tens. How many tens do we have? Or 50. So 80 plus 50 equals 130, or 130 minus 80 equals 50. What about making 100? I thought Max Fox, I thought for sure you would do this today. I thought of you when I was doing this because you know how to pull numbers apart so well. Did anybody, or have you ever thought about making 100? 80 plus what would equal 100? 20, right? So if you add 20 to 80 to get 100, and then you just need 30 more. Can you see doing it that way? This is called mental math, guys. You can do this in your head. If you do not have paper and pencil at the grocery store or at Target or the mall, wherever you are, you can use this mental math to help you. So if you're thinking, okay, what if I have $130 and I spend $80, how much money will I have left to spend at the mall with my friends? Well, at 80, I'm going to count up to 100. I know 80 plus 20 is 100, and then there's 30 more. That's 50. So I'll have $50 left. Whoopsie. What if you wanted to do 1,000 minus 800? Go ahead and write that in your spiral. And this time, I want you to try a different strategy. How could you do that mentally? Can you figure it out without stacking it? Try not to stack it. What is 1,000 minus 800? Write it down. Can you find the answer by counting on by hundreds instead of stacking it? Can you find the answer by making 1,000? Use your place value thinking, your understanding to help you. Josh Lewis, what do you think it is? Okay, Josh Lewis says 200. He knew it right away. How did you know? What did you do? He said, it's easy because I know 8 plus 2 is 10, right? So if it's 800 minus 1,000, it's going to equal 200. Think of it like this. 800 plus what equals 1,000? Start with 800, add 200 to get to 1,000. You've added a total of 200. So 800 plus 200 is 1,000, or 1,000 minus 800 equals 200. You can also think of it as place value. Mrs. Harrison talked about how easy it is to draw those place value blocks. That gives you a visual. 800s plus how many more hundreds would equal 10 hundreds or 1,000? How many? Just 2, right? So I just want to encourage you, use that mental math when you can. Make groups of 10. Think place value. Count on by tens. Count on by hundreds. Because you're not always going to have paper and pencil and be able to stack it. And you can always do it for estimating and rounding too. All right, let's turn to page 231. We are going to use some of our strategies we learned on Friday. The first method, and I made it my graph this morning, which one I thought you would be more inclined to use. We're going to start with the show all totals method. It came in second place. So the show all totals method is when we start adding with our hundreds, then we add with our tens, then we add with our ones. Don't worry, I will do it with you to help you. So if we have 359 cars and 245 trucks in the parking garage, how many vehicles are in the garage? I'm going to remind you, we're going to write very small. The reason we're going to write small is because we have to do a proof drawing. So open up your books. You're doing this with me. Page 231 on your mark. Get set, go. What are we folding paper or are we doing that? We're doing that. Do we have our workbook open? 231. Okay, so in the upper left-hand corner, we're going to write 359, and we're adding 245 because it says there are 359 cars and 245 trucks in the parking garage. I want to know how many. That's telling me we're adding together. We're going to use the show all totals. Who can remind me how we do that? Astria, what do we do first?
First we add 3 and 2, and that would be 500.
So we're adding 300 plus 200, which equals 500. Make sure you line up your numbers. Otherwise, we will have the wrong answer. Are we done, Astria?
Now, then we gotta add 5 plus 4, and that would give us 90.
So 5 tens and 4 tens is 90. And then what? Finn, can I see this work? Do you have your show all totals? Yes? Okay, and then what?
And 9 ones plus 5 ones equals 14.
9 ones plus 5 ones is 14 ones. Then we have, hopefully you have lined it up nicely. You keep hearing me say that. Line it up into your ones, your tens, and your hundreds. Add it up. What do you get, Ellie? She said 604. Let's see, 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. Not 0 plus 9 plus 1 is 10. Look, I'm going to do a new group below. 5 plus 1 is 6. Now let's do that place value drawing. First, we're going to draw 359, 100, 200, 300. See if you can beat me. Man, you guys beat me on Friday. Abby, on your mark, get set, go. See if you can beat me. 359 plus 245, go.
Oh, I already. Me too. Done. Me too. Done.
Oh, wait, I'm not.
Done.
Did you guys beat me?
Yeah.
Go, go, go. Hurry.
Done.
Oh, my goodness.
I did.
You need to pay attention to that. Oh, Marin got it. All right, good job. Oh my, Sawyer's already making the new group. All right, let's count these up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Here's my 10. I'm gonna make a new 10. Let's see if I have enough 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of them. Woo, goodbye. I made a new 100. Let's count it and see if it matches. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. 0 tens left. 4 ones. Did we do it? We did it. So there are 604 vehicles in the garage. Vehicles. All right, let's do another one together and then I'm gonna let you do the next 2 on your own. The creepy crawler exhibit at the Science Museum has 693 spiders and 292 centipedes. How many spiders and centipedes are there in in all. Those keywords are telling me to do what, Lucas? Add. Are you ready? You're gonna walk me through this, Lucas. 693, write small, plus 292. What am I gonna do first for show all totals? What did we do over here? Just look at what we did in our first one. We add the what first? Excellent day. You have 9 plus 9 and you're 10, so what is that going to be equal? 18, so 18 tens is 180. Don't forget to add that 0. If you make that 18, 18 tens is not 18 ones. It's 18 tens. You have to put the 0, right? That's 180. Okay, did you line it up? Line up your ones, your tens, and your hundreds. See if you can draw those lines. Are they lined up? Yes? All right, what is equal, Lucas? 985. All right, on your mark. Get set. Try to beat your teacher with your proof drawing. Let's go. Go. Hey, you haven't even got me a chance.
Done.
I'm not ready. Done. Raise your hand when you beat me.
I beat you.
Ah, Haley, you beat me. Okay, but did you see about making new groups of tens and hundreds? Did we make any new groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any new groups of 1? I mean 10? No? Let's see, can we make a new group, another 100? For sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'll steal one from there. And we'll have 10 and new 10. All right, so let's count it, see if it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Did we get it? Check on this one, check on this one. 985 spiders and centipedes.
Done.
Nice job, Ben. All right. Okay, guys, you are going to do the same thing for numbers 3 and numbers 4. Go for it. You got this. Proof drawings as well. Let's see. Can you do it? You know you're adding, right? Because read it carefully, but we're talking about addition and it's all together. Read it and make sure. Gabe is almost done with number 3. He is way faster. But what I love the most is he's lined up his digits in the correct place value.
Are we doing both of the bottom equations?
Yes, please do both, numbers
Okay.
3 and 4. Right. Oh, no. I agree. Be careful on number 3. It's not 14 ones, it's 14 tens. You gotta add the 0. Now, we're doing numbers 3 and 4.
I'm all done.
And make sure you do a proof drawing and make sure they match. Do your proof drawing. Oopsie. All right, if you haven't finished, you can do it along with us. On Saturday, 590 people went to the art museum. On Sunday, 355 people went to the museum. How many people went to the museum all together? We know we're adding. Why do we know that, Sunny? All together. And so you should have said 590 plus 355, right? 500 plus 300 is 800. Here's where people got confused. 9 plus 5 is 14, but if you put 14 here, it's wrong because that's 14 ones. You want it to be 14 tens, which would be 140. And then 0 plus 5 is 5. When you add those up, you should have gotten 945. And when you check with your place value drawing, there's your 500, your 9, 10, 0, 1, your 300, and your 5, 1. You would also make a new group. Would we make a new group with our 1? No, but with our 10? Yes. And I get a new 100. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 4 10s, and 5 1s. Good. How do we do on that one? So August, you need to be writing right now. You don't have to done. You need to do it. See, I'm doing it with you now. So you didn't get it on your own. You do it with me. Okay? All right, let's do the next one. There were 120 people on the ferry yesterday. Today, the ferry had 767 people. How many people in all were on the ferry during the past 2 days? So what did I say, 120 plus 767? Gabe, you seem to really get this. You want to walk us through this? Oh, no, we gotta use show all total. We gotta start in the 100. So we're gonna do 800 first. So what do we get? We add them all. 800, and it won't show on there, sorry. 887. Did anyone get something different? Let's check it with our proof drawing. 120, and then you need 7 of these. Oh my goodness. I wish I was as fast as you guys.
I'm done.
Can I make a new group of 10? Yes or no? Can I make a new group of 100? Nope. Can I make a new 1,000?
No.
No new group. We have 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Go ahead and turn to page 232. So how are we feeling 5 to 5 on show all totals? How are we doing on that? 5 to 5 for show all totals. Serne, can I see your fist? 5 to 5. How are you feeling about show all totals? I got a 10. Some people love this method. So on Friday, we learned another method. It is not very popular in my room, but maybe in Mrs. Harrison's room it is. And maybe my remote learners like it. It's called New Groups Below. Do you guys remember it from Friday? So New Groups Below, if you said you don't remember it, is just, that's why, is just like New Groups Above, except you put the new group at the bottom. So we're gonna skip the Puzzle Penguin because that's your exit ticket today. But before we do that, you don't have to do a proof drawing for these, but we are gonna write these problems. And what I want you to do is show me that you can line up the place values correctly. And then we're gonna solve them using New Groups Below. All right, everybody put your finger on number 6. Ready? Josh, what does number 6 say? Everybody's gonna rewrite that, but look what you're gonna do, line it up. Make sure you have them lined up correctly. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add it, but you're gonna put your new group below. I'll do the first one for you. 9 plus 8. I'm gonna use the count from 9 to 8. Actually, I'm gonna take 1 from 8, make it 10. And the 7's gonna go in the 1's place. So I know that's 17, put the 7. I'm gonna carry the 1 into below my 10s. You guys see how I did that, Abby? You weren't here, Freddie, you better watch. So now I'm gonna go to the 10s. So I have 7 plus 3 plus, don't forget to add that 1, makes 11. I'm gonna put the 1, and then I'm gonna put it below in the 100s place. Now I have 1 plus 1 equals 2. Did I line up my digits correctly? Yep. Did I remember to add the new group? I want you to do the same thing for 650 plus 345 and for 407 plus 577. I want you to think about lining it up. Draw those lines. And I want you to do new groups below. Show me you can add those. And then I want you to answer Puzzle Penguin. You're going to do this independently. You're going to get a grade for this. Be sure your name is on your paper. I will rip it out for you if you would like, because we are turning them in. if you are a remote learner, you're gonna do these problems on the Google Doc that is on the assignment. I will show it to you. Before we do that, dear math students, today I found the answer to 168 plus 78. But I don't know if I had it correctly. Please look at my work. Is my answer right? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Your friend, Puzzle Penguin. So the one you're looking at, kiddos, is right here. Look at it, but don't just say no or yes. You gotta explain in words, just like an exit ticket, and make sure you correct your work as well. Any questions? Okay, get started. Make sure your name's on your paper if you're in person. If you are remote, look where you're gonna find this. Oops, I wanted to keep sharing. Sorry about that. If you go into Google Classroom, I made a copy for each of you. It is on today's assignment. It says page 232. When you click on it, you can add a text box to do the answer to Puzzle Penguin. And if you want for this one, for number 6, 7, and 8, you can do that vertically in your math spiral and then just write the answer in a text box on this because I know you can't line it up and do that on the Google Doc. That's fine. So Haley, Henry, Katie, just type the answer in. You can just click on it and type the answer, okay, instead of having to write it vertically. Questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas? Katie, if you would rather take a picture of that page and turn it in and upload it to the assignment, you can. Otherwise, I can't grade it unless I have it. So you need to click on this and it should let you click on it to do it. If not, you can click below it and type on there. See how I clicked below it and I'm typing on it? And then make sure you hit turn in. Looking for names on your paper.
Mrs. Robin,
Yes. Yes, Haley.
can I just write on my paper because it's not letting me type on the Google Docs?
Share your screen with me here. Let me make sure you can share. If you, here, share your screen. I'll help you. And if you're more comfortable uploading a picture, you can upload a picture to the assignment. Okay, now click on it and then just start typing. Show me. It might go below it. Just click anywhere and start typing. Start typing. Okay, it should be below it. Go below it.
It's not letting me type.
Okay, go up to insert. We'll let you click on insert. It's not letting you. Okay. Okay, then can you just take a picture of it and turn it in for me?
Yeah.
Let's do that. If you want to tell me your answers, I will unplug this. If any of you are having trouble, you don't know how to upload it and you can't get it. Henry, do you have it done? Can you put that away and do your math? What you're playing with? Because you can read it to me and I'll get your grade right over this. Jensen, do you want to do that? Or you can show me your work, Henry, in your workbook. If you have your workbook, do you have your workbook, Henry? Page 232? Okay, why aren't you doing it, bud? Somewhere, you gotta do your work. Jensen, did you have something to share?
I took a picture and sent it.
Perfect. Yeah, we haven't done that in a while. That's a great way to do it. Thank you. If you can do that, that's the easiest. Leo, can you unmute and tell me what you want to do?
I want to post a picture.
Yeah, that's simple. Do you remember how?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Gavin, what about you? Can you post a picture? Remember how? Yep. Thank you, sir. Make sure you do it. Haley, you too? You gonna do that? Katie, I'm not sure you know how. Thanks, Haley. Katie, do you know how to do that? No, then why don't you just share it with me before you go, okay? That'd be awesome. Cool. And Henry, if you don't know how to post a picture, you can just share it with me over Zoom. That'd be great. Okay, my kiddos here, once you have that turned in with your name on it, please, please, if your name is not on it, don't turn it in. There's no way I'm gonna know whose it is. If your name is on it, put a smiley face by it. Something, if your name's not, I put your name on it. I'm gonna make sure your name's on it. All right, Jensen, did you take a picture of it? Oh, you're doing it right now.
I already sent it.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure what you're doing. So if you've taken a picture and you sent it, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Katie and Henry, I need to have you stay on, and will you tell me, Katie, read what you have, Katie? And then Henry, you can do the same. It's easier. You're muted.
No, you are. No, you are wrong. You lined it up wrong. You should. You put the 7 in the hundreds place and the 8 in the tens. The 7 should go there and 8 should be in the ones. The correct answer is 246.
Okay. Can you give me what you got for numbers? What were 3 and 4? Haley, you're gonna take a picture, right? Yeah, awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
What?
So did you do the problems below, the last 3 problems below?
No, I forgot to.
Okay, do those real quick, then tell me what you got. Okay, Henry, ready for you to read when you're ready. And Gavin, if you're gonna take a picture, Haley, if you're gonna take a picture, Leo, if you're gonna take a picture, you guys can head out and I will see you mañana. Good work today.